The UNSC require newly developed machines and equipment to combat the Covenant, which means new technology and prototypes are made to turn the tides to defeat any foe. From Mega Bloks Halo, this is the UNSC Quad Walker. From 2014, this was the third set released as part of the short-lived sub-theme of the ONI Reapex line. In theory, Mega was given an opportunity to develop new vehicles for the toy line, thought to be ONI's line of prototype vehicles. Sort of opens a free-for-all creative fun. The set includes an incineration cannon in gray for the Spartan that can also be swapped for a Forerunner Knight's arm, and for the Covenant, a dark metallic purple storm rifle. This set was released before UNSC figures switched to the new articulation. Early copies came with the UNSC Spartan Recon, but follow-ups included a newly articulated UNSC Spartan Aviator in similar colors, since the Recon didn't get reintroduced until later. Based on the Halo 4 design with its more complex shape, but keeping that similar Recon-style shape helmet. Even keeps the black tracing and thin visor. The colors also followed the other ONI sets, with dark blue armor as well as a red visor. The Covenant Storm Elite isn't my typical favorite. Seems more like a rounded mess than usual, but it's a basic ranking elite, so it's nothing to be upset about. It is using the old joints, but the gold doesn't work. It's funny, the ones before it did, but the metallic plastic doesn't fit the painted honey mustard parts. As a bonus, the set includes a Covenant shade turret, and what a strange treat too. Alternate from the single release turret before it, this one uses, if I'm not mistaken, a fuel rod cannon with two overlapping vent parts sandwiching the joint. It's not a strong connection, it wiggles, but it stays pretty well. It's also super strange to see something Covenant in a nougat brown color. There's plenty of moving joints to rotate, alter its shape, or move the cannon up and down. A figure can stand inside to control it. Another good thing is, thanks to the altered joints, you can finally move the turret without the shielded sides if you want. The UNSC Quad Walker is, well, doesn't look like much of a walker right now. Apparently this can drop into battle, making this its entry mode. Explains the turbines at the bottom. Open the cockpit, use the rails to help the Spartan get in, and drop the... Actually, I'm not going to drop this. I think these are extra boosters to slow down its entry. All you have to do is open the legs, rotate them around, and check it! ONI totally stole the homework from the Covenant. In fact, the Covenant Locust was described to be its inspiration, but because of that, it looks like something from War of the Worlds. Using the same joints from the Mantis, each joint has a bend and two rotational points, making it pretty poseable. The back limbs are much longer compared to the front, and the base feet can also be adjusted, either depending on the terrain or preference. Okay, now you're not even hiding it. These are plasma turrets using the same turrets used from the Covenant Shade turret, which also means you can rebuild the entire thing in its original form with the set itself. Love the reuse of flame marine hoses, and both articulate with multiple hinges and rotational points. You could probably power it down by knocking off these barrels in the back. I like the transparent red parts, printed ONI logo, and the entire large locust-shaped canopy opens with no console, just a controller looking like a bike's handlebars. Now here's where I get a little cynical. With the concept of Mega creating whatever they want, they're essentially selling their own mocks, which is a nice idea. I like the VTOL and Siege bike, but there's something about this that just seems... I don't know, uninteresting and uninspired. I don't hate it, but I'm not sure how I feel about the particular color, except to think it resembles some unpainted steel prototype. I think it's both the idea and execution. It's no mistake it's very Covenant-based, but maybe it's a little too on the nose and doesn't feel like it has its own identity. Not only that, there's absolutely no new or custom parts. Not every set needs it, but for something they could freely create, maybe they could do something. The base uses the Mantis torso, but what really gets me is the oversized Falcon canopy that completely takes over the top. It looks like it was disconnected and grew limbs like the thing. Either I can't disconnect it from the original, or it comes off way too obnoxious like a shortcut. There's certain areas I feel can or simply are creative, and I'm glad it uses no stickers. If anything, I would have made the clear windows into a solid color, give it that tactical armored look. I think that would be interesting. As is, I don't think it's bad. Like I said, it's like Mega decided to sell a mock of their own, but I feel with retreading the Covenant and the large reused canopy doesn't give it anything unique, which strangely also makes it unique. Given a little more creativity, I think this could work better.